Hey guys, this is Angel bringing you another video on my high desert garden, and this one is gonna be on my fall garden. I don't know if you guys remember the triple digit temperatures that we had about 3 weeks ago. Temperature went all the way up to 115 Fahrenheit up here in the high desert. And at that time, a lot of my tomato plants died because of the heat, and they were not producing anymore. So I took advantage of the opportunity to remove all the dead plants, and I started to utilize them to plant my fall garden. And on this particular raised bed, I decided to plant 4 varieties of radishes, and as you can see, they are already taking off like crazy. Today's date is September 22nd, 2020, and I wanted to make this short video, and it's gonna be on my fall garden. I don't waste time, guys. Oh, look at this. This is a zinnia seedling, but it's not gonna make it. October is coming up with the cold winds, so there's no hopes for these guys or the tomato volunteer plants that are coming up. So I'm gonna be removing those. Anyways, so here is the this raised bed is packed with radishes, 4 different varieties, the icicle, the French radishes, you name it. This one I've already been showing it on previous videos, and this is where I have my rainbow carrots. A lot of these carrots have been thinned out or transplanted onto different areas. As you can see right now, the weather, the temperature is about, I think it's about 97 at the moment. And as you can see, the transplants that I made last night, it almost looks like they're not gonna make it, but the ones that I made, the transplants that I made the night before, you can check my previous videos, and they look just like those right there. These were last night, and these guys were the night before. And as you can see, the carrots are coming back, and those right there were transplanted 3 nights ago. These guys 2 nights ago, and these guys barely last night. So as you can see, these carrots, they will make it. As you can see, these guys, I made a video on those guys, so you can go back to my previous videos and you guys can check it out. These are gonna be part of my fall garden. Carrots is a cold tolerant plant that you can grow, and I know they will make it. In fact, they will overwinter all the way through 2021. This is another raised bed where I had some of my tomatoes. This part of the yard is located right on my driveway, and this is where I had some of my cherry tomatoes and some of my large tomatoes. But as you can see now, I'm utilizing this empty raised bed to start my romaine lettuce. As you can see, the romaine lettuce is coming up really nice. Romaine lettuce is another crop that, oops, I pulled up the whole plant. So let me, no bugs. Check this out. Yummy. You can in fact replant that, and that will come back. Look at that. I just ate it. It's gonna come back. So I have no doubt that the my romaine lettuce is gonna overwinter all the way through 2021. Romaine lettuce is super delicious, and I'm glad that this year I'm becoming more organized. On previous years, I've been doing the companion planting. I've been, believe it or not, I've been growing the romaine lettuce next to the red Russian kale, the dinosaur kale, the rainbow Swiss chard, all together, all in one raised bed, but it's just too crazy. So this year I'm becoming more organized, and I assigned this raised bed only for my romaine lettuce, and I think it looks very beautiful. I wanted to share this video with you guys because fall is coming, and you want to make sure that your fall garden is very well established before the first frost. Otherwise they may not make it. This is a volunteer arugula, which is also a lettuce. I don't eat that though. It's too spicy for me. I hate it. I don't like the taste of that. I don't know how that arugula made it there, but I'm just gonna let it grow, and I may add it to my salads. See all these tomato seedlings? They're not gonna make it, so there's no point. I'm also getting ready with my garlic. My garlic, every year I grabbed one of the heads that were harvested from the previous year. I get all the claws and split them in pieces, and I like to do it. I like to grow my garlic in pots only. This is gonna be the third generation for this garlic, this variety. But I remember I bought the some garlic at Superior stores. I grabbed one single head. I grabbed all the claws and I stuck them in one single pot. And I've been doing the same thing year after year. So this is gonna be the third generation for that garlic that I bought from Superior about 3 years ago. And once again, I don't like to grow it directly on the ground. I like to grab a pot like this one. That way I can move it around wherever I want to, and not just get it overcrowded with other plants if you plant it on the ground. Or sometimes it just gets too cold, and you might want to move it to an area where it doesn't get that much shade. This is the raised bed where I'm gonna be growing most of my cold hardy plants. This is the raised bed where I had my corn. As you can see, I never removed the roots for the corn because that will decompose and become more compost. They become fertilizer for my future plants. And not only that, but if you remove the roots, you're gonna disturb the microorganisms living within the soil. And as I have mentioned in the past, you don't want to disturb the living organisms because they are working for you beneath the soil. They are helping decomposing all your roots and organic matter, so you do not want to disturb them. So I always leave the roots in the ground so they will slowly decompose. Believe me, there will be nothing left of these guys. Within 2-3 months, they'll be completely gone. very soon I'll need to come up here and start thinning all these plants. This is the red Russian kale. They're just babies right now, but they will eventually take over this whole raised bed. This is the rainbow Swiss chard. I remember planting the yellow and red Swiss chard, but for some reason the yellow Swiss chard, I don't know what happened to it. I might have mistaken the seed, but all I'm getting is just the red Swiss chard, and it's still nice though. I don't eat that much Swiss chard, but just about 2 days ago, actually Sunday, I made a soup and I added some of the red Russian kale leaves and some of the rainbow Swiss chard. I added those to my soup along with some chipiling, and oh my goodness, that soup was so nutritious, guys. I really recommend that. If you cannot tolerate the taste of kale, Swiss chard, the chipiling, no problem, just add them to your soup just like if you would spinach. And oh my goodness, it's so delicious and very super nutritious. I felt the energy from that soup the next day, believe it or not. And I usually don't eat my greens, to be honest. I give most of it away to my neighbors, family members, or whoever wants to come and harvest my greens. But this year I'm gonna start eating all of these kale, and I'm just gonna add them to my soups because I really don't like the taste of kale or Swiss chard. And but there are alternatives that you can take when it comes to eating your greens. You can you can even make chips out of kale. You can just dehydrate them and make kale chips. Now I don't know what this plant is. I don't know. It looks like I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it's not gonna make it through winter. That I know for sure. It may be the maracuya plant, maybe. I don't know. So anyways, this is another romaine lettuce. This is how romaine lettuce is supposed to look like once it's already established. This one I remember scattering some seed. I remember adding lots of romaine lettuce seed onto this raised bed, but only this one remains, and that is because I did it during the 115 Fahrenheit weather that we had 3 weeks ago. After that, we've been having fires, all kinds of different weather issues in this area. But a lot of the rest of the seed that I scattered in this raised bed, they all came back. Jake Mays, the vegan athlete, used to always say that you know when you are a successful gardener is when seedlings start coming out of the ground that you don't even know what it is, but that means that your soil is very rich in nutrients. Jake Mays used to say that that is a good sign that your garden is very healthy, that your soil is very healthy. And it's very nice to know. I really appreciate all those gardeners that really helped me become a very good gardener myself. Jake Mays, also John from growingyourgreens.com, also James Prigioni. All of those guys have been my inspiration to become a successful gardener. Now, this row of onions, I didn't plant them from seed. Believe it or not, someone gave me a whole bunch of onions from the food bank. A lot of people have been getting lots of food from the food bank, and a lot of them goes to waste because by the time you get it, a lot of that food is already too old. So what I did, rather than just dispose them in the trash can or compost it, I grabbed all the onions that came in that little that box, and they were already starting to look all yellowish, and there's no way that I was gonna eat that stuff. So I decided to plant all those old onions in this raised bed. And guess what? Look at this. These guys have been sitting here for 4 months. I've been eating them slowly, 2, 3, or 4 at a time. But as you can see, they all came back. And if you guys are going to be giving some food from a food bank or whatever sort, or food that is just going bad inside your refrigerator, whether that's onions or potatoes, just plant it on the ground, and believe me, that is the best thing that you can do, because it's like having your own refrigerator, and that you can just harvest whenever you feel like it, like in my case right now. Just an idea. This is the last portion of my yard that I'm going to be showing you on this fall garden video. These guys are the ones that I started I think about 3 months ago, and as you can see, the plants look very healthy. This is the dinosaur kale. I'm also growing the red Russian kale in this tire raised bed, and as you can see, all the plants are pretty much well established. If I wanted to, I could transplant all those seedlings elsewhere, but as you saw on a while back, I already have way too much. There's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all of this. So this is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any ideas on how to start a fall garden, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be happy to reply, or other YouTubers will benefit from your comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye now.